Hey guys, welcome back to the Food Monologue Studios. First of all, we would like to wish all our viewers a very happy Dussehra. Today we are going to check out a recipe which is very commonly made on Dussehra, that is the Shrikhand-Puri. And if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe to the Food Monologue channel and hit the bell icon so that you are notified about all the future videos. So let us start without further ado. Ingredients for making homemade Shrikhand are displayed here. The link for a list of ingredients is mentioned in the description below. To make the hung curd at home, take 1 liter of milk in a vessel and heat it to the point where it appears warm to your fingers. Now introduce 1 teaspoon of yogurt culture to this warm milk and stir it well, such that the culture gets evenly distributed. Now leave it to set for 4 to 5 hours in a warm place and you will have your curd set. Now take a deep dish and place a colander in it. Place a cheesecloth in it. Place the cheesecloth or the muslin cloth in such a way that the edges overflow over the sieve. Now pour all the set curd into this. The water from the curd will flow through the cheesecloth onto the deep dish. Now gather this cheesecloth so that the curd doesn't overflow. Gather the edges and tie them together with a string. Now hang this over the sink overnight to drip. This will ensure that all the water in the curd has dripped down. However, if you are pressed for time, just leave the tied curd into a sieve and put some weight on it. Leave it for an hour at least. In the meanwhile, grind the sugar in a mixer into a fine powder. Also make slices of the dry fruits that you are going to put. Now in a metal bowl, add the hung curd. Now add the powdered sugar. Mix it with a spatula and leave it aside for 10 minutes. Sugar will completely melt. Now to remove any lumps, we are going to use a blender and blend it finely so that there are no lumps remaining in the mixture. Mix it till you get a fine creamy texture. This may seem a little watery, but when you refrigerate it, it becomes more viscous. So it is a good idea to make this Shrikhand 1 day in advance. Not only does the curd thicken, but also the spices that we add along will mature properly and release their aromas. Now add the almond flakes, cashew flakes, and the milk masala. Milk masala can be store-bought or homemade. It's just a combination of dry fruits, cardamom powder, nutmeg powder, and some saffron. Now we will add a little more saffron, which is soaked in milk for nearly half an hour. This will give an extra flavor to the Shrikhand. Also, it gives a slight yellowish tinge. Add half teaspoon of nutmeg for that extra spice. Give it a nice mix so that all the spices, the dry fruits and the sweetened curd is nicely incorporated. And your homemade delicious Shrikhand is ready. If you try this recipe once, you will never choose store-bought Shrikhand again. So now enjoy this delicious Shrikhand, which is made without any preservatives with all fresh ingredients. Shrikhand is typically enjoyed with puris. We have included the recipe for the puri also, so stay tuned. Ingredients for making the puri dough are displayed here. In a mixing bowl, add 1 cup of whole wheat flour. To it, add 1 tablespoon of semolina. Add some salt. Add 1 teaspoon of oil. And gather the flour together. Now you need to add very little water and start gathering the flour. Go on adding 1 teaspoon of water each time to make a tough dough. Take care that the dough cannot be loosely kneaded, so add water very carefully. Now knead this dough properly. Now keep covered for 10 minutes. Heat an iron wok. Add 1 cup of oil. Now to test the temperature of the oil, add a tiny piece of dough into the oil. Now floor the rolling platform and start rolling out the chapati. Keep a minimum thickness of 2 mm for the roti. You can either roll out a big chapati and cut out small circles out of it, or you could straight away roll out a puri of 3-inch diameter. And now roll out a puri and drop it into the oil. Do not disturb the puri, let the oil do its work. After some time, when you see that it is puffed up, flip it in the oil. Let this side also be cooked for a minute or so. And now remove the puri. It should be crusty brown on both sides. Now remove from the oil and place it on a tissue paper. Now enjoy these hot puris with a combination of fresh homemade Shrikhand. If you like this recipe, share with friends and family and do give the video a like. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Be sure to like, share and subscribe to the Food Monologues channel. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.